430,000 video views, less than $10 of ad spend, and most importantly, families telling us that we have made a difference. These are the incredible results that we got for our client NOVUS Glass, as they were the presenting partners of the Special Olympics New Zealand. NOVUS Glass has always been a pretty special client for us here at Digital Influence, but when they came with the opportunity to support them with their campaign for the Special Olympics, we knew we needed to do something pretty special. For those of you who don't know, the Special Olympics is the biggest event for athletes with intellectual disabilities. We knew going into it that it was a partnership that needed to be more than just a sponsorship on paper. We knew we wanted to give this campaign so much heart, so much life, and we wanted NOVUS to really show up as the presenting partner. Their brief was obviously to help give as much visibility to the Special Olympics as possible. In fact, NOVUS turned their entire marketing spend, that's not only with digital, but across radio and more traditional marketing avenues, all to the Special Olympics. But I knew when I was putting the campaign together that I wanted to do a little bit more than that. I wanted NOVUS to be seen, but I really wanted NOVUS throughout the entire campaign to feel like they belonged, because that's what this community is all about. It's not just throwing money at something, it's showing heart and it's showing up for the people around us. So the question wasn't how do we get NOVUS Glass to be seen, the question was how do we get NOVUS to feel like they belong, and that distinction shaped every decision we made. Most importantly, we structured this campaign into 3 phases. What we found was when we were putting our ideas together, the most important thing was for the families, the athletes, and for the coaches' stories to really shine through. This community is faced with so much adversity, not just the obvious stuff, but we're talking about the funding as well. So when we were talking to the organisers at the Special Olympics, they were just so grateful for NOVUS Glass's support. So we realised what an important opportunity, massive business like NOVUS Glass coming on and supporting them was. So we sat down with Mike, one of the owners of NOVUS Glass, to talk about his involvement, what being part of the Special Olympics meant to him and NOVUS, and that was really to tie in the corporate sponsorship element. Encouraging other businesses to get on board, and also trying to show other businesses that when they get involved in charity work or when they get involved in something as special as this, go 10 toes down, get into your work, get involved. That really set us up for everything we did for the rest of the campaign. So phase 1 was all about corporate sponsorship, about how we are showcasing NOVUS's involvement. But phase 2 was all about the athletes. If anybody has ever spent any time with this amazing community, you know that the athletes, their families, their coaches truly do speak for themselves. So that's what we wanted to do. We headed along to qualifying games out in Kaipoi, where there was these incredible athletes competing, not just competing, but having fun, big smiles on their faces. And what we did is we simply interviewed them. We interviewed the athletes, their parents, their supporters and their coaches about their experience as special athletes, about their experience in the community, but really about what these games truly mean, the confidence they build, the friendships they bring, and the purpose to get up every morning is what we wanted to shine through. What we learned from the story-led content was content that connects will always be king. I mean, we had families tagging, sharing, we had athletes commenting on it, we had businesses that these athletes worked for sharing it. We just saw this wave of love and community come through. I think it really shows that connection will stop the scroll every time, because when you're creating content that you believe in, there is nothing that can stop you. Phase 3 was so exciting. We attended all of the events of the Special Olympics. The goal was to create the beautiful meaning and heartfelt content that our audience had gotten used to, while also getting a really fast turnaround. So I worked really closely with my videographer Luke on cuts that we could create. So we were really shooting for purpose. We were heading along, we were asking specific questions, and then Luke did an amazing job to have this beautiful cinematic content that we were able to post, if not that afternoon, then the very next day. Our video content really drove this whole campaign. We saw certain videos getting over 132,000 views with comments and shares and likes and the most incredible engagement. I think what we learnt the most from this campaign is with the right partnership, you can truly make something extraordinary. We know that we made a big difference to the Special Olympics success. We know that we made a big difference to the athletes' experiences. They interviewed and got to speak to a camera and on a microphone. This campaign truly became something that, for me personally, I will remember for the rest of my life. And with the right strategy and the right team behind you, you can truly make a memorable campaign. If you have a partnership, a sponsorship, or a cause worth activating, this is the type of stuff we do here at Digital Influence. Give us a call or visit our website to find out more.